Good? We good? Everything good? Alright? You good? I'm good. Sometimes in life, it takes big events, whether they are positive or negative, to finally make large changes in your life. So we're back with another IRL video, and it's funny because the last one I did was ban related, and this one is as well ban related. However, with this one, it's a little bit closer to home. So the events that I'm about to explain transpired a week ago. I wanted things to settle. I wanted to think about how I was, or what was I going to say about this video. I wanted all the events and all the information to come in, but I still have a lot of questions being asked on like my Discord, on my streams, and all that stuff. I want to comment also on the changes that will be happening on more so on the Twitch channel, especially more immediate on the Twitch channel, but also on the YouTube channel. So, in a nutshell, I was banned from the 501st. And not to get any, and say this up front, I want to say that I have since been unbanned and demoted. And I'm going to be explaining all this stuff right now. But all of this has caused reevaluate my position with the 501st, my stance with the 501st, and I want to be more open about this whole situation, about the 501st, and also at the same time use this opportunity to in a lot of ways move on, grow the channel past the 501st. Again, in a nutshell, take a break or a hiatus for the time being from the 501st. And again, YouTube wise, this is not gonna there's not gonna be a lot of changes. If anything, for a lot of people who are wanting to see the me finishing Cowards campaign and starting on the Galactic campaign, you might see this as a good thing, because now I get to focus even more so on those projects, and I want to make those projects special, but now I don't have to worry about the new influx of videos that I'm getting from 501st, right? The biggest change probably immediately on YouTube wise content things with the 501st will be the shiny tests. I know there is a decently sized group of you who were interested, YouTube viewers who are interested in watching those videos and the clips and all that stuff. I have several ideas on how I can fill that void, but those videos, there's not going to be any new shiny tests for a while, but most of the immediate changes will be on the Twitch side of things, because those are up-to-date live videos, and the schedule has been all thrown around. I have already things lined up to replace it. To replace those streaming time slots. By the way, check me out on Twitch, link is down in the description. We have a lot of fun there. The main changes, the immediate changes, will be happening on the Twitch side of things. Again, bringing it back to YouTube, I have enough content on the 501st for, I would say, probably the rest of 2020, honestly, or at the minimum 6 months, especially with how I'm going to be scheduling these videos and everything. I don't have to worry about a single thing. With the lack of 501st, or you don't have to worry about the lack of 501st content. I would say the best is yet to come 501st content wise, but again, it's not going to be new. It's not going to be the newest videos. All right, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is just give you a rundown of how the rest of the video is going to be formatted. Okay, what I'm going to do right now is just short and sweet facts, what happened, what I'm going to do. Keep it real short, so in a nutshell, people know what is going to be happening, okay? And then at the end, I will give my opinions about the situation, the 501st, all that stuff, and then somewhere along the line, end the video. I don't know how yet. Here we go. Okay, so happened last Sunday. Was it last Sunday or the Sunday before that? Oh boy. It was a Sunday. Last Sunday. I get on the server, I'm going to Zeus, I'm streaming this whole thing. I take streaming very seriously. I make sure that I am good enough to stream, which I was well within good enough to stream, as well as knowing the rules of the 504. Some of these rules I placed myself streaming wise and all that, and not waste their time. It is my responsibility as a Zeus to provide an enjoyable experience for everyone, but some people thought that I was too inebriated to Zeus or even be on the server and stream. And pretty much they kept saying I was drunk, which I was far from it. Far from inebriated, far from being drunk. And they were telling me to stop streaming immediately. They never once asked me any questions or anything. They always started the conversation off with, stop streaming, you're drunk, and just telling me what I am and everything. And they never once asked me a question on how I was doing. Are you sure you're capable of doing this? And they never once gave me the trust to just ask me how I was, and am I up for this, and am I capable capable of this, because if not, then if I wasn't, then I'd be breaking rules. But if I am capable of doing these things and I'm not inebriated and I'm not drunk as they claimed, then I would be I'd still be able to continue the Zeus the mission, which I already had set up. I went into Eden Editor, got the code for the SQF, and it was all ready to go, right? But oh well. And so arguments happen. Again, I'm streaming during all this, and then I'm there talking to for quite some time. And then what happened was I got permanently banned from the 501st. And then days went by, and I figured, okay, I'm probably gonna get demoted. They're probably gonna. There's no way in hell they're going to allow themselves to permanently ban me and then allow me to get back on without dishing out some type of punishment. I know them. There's no way they're gonna do it. They were not gonna lose face like that. So I get back. I am demoted to CT, and I thought I had a few days to think about this whole thing, and I'm like, you know what? It's okay that I'm a CT. I'll explain more on why I think so. I was okay with the fact that I was going to be a CT. I felt like this is a good opportunity to move on and not owe the 501st anything, and not do the responsibilities, or not feel like I have to do the responsibilities that I put upon myself as the CSM. And then I don't have to hold myself to certain standards. They don't have to hold me to standards of a CSM, blah, blah, blah. A few days later, talked to Jay, and it started off with an apology. He apologized for acting rash, permanently banning me, being argumentative and all that stuff, and not doing and not helping out to smooth out the situation. I apologize for antagonizing. I put the stream title, and I made the stream after joking with the troopers that were on the server, was breaking 501st rules, which again, it's my stream. I can do whatever I want for the title, apart from like directly insulting someone, right? I don't want to do anything like that. And it's just a joke, but you got to be extra sensitive with the 501st. And so I apologize for being antagonizing that and not doing anything to help smooth the situation. Made some jokes that from their perspective, easily taken out of context, misinformation that I was giving off, and saying things on stream such as like, oh no, I was like, yeah, I'm drunk, like, and hyping everything up, because again, I'm there to entertain. I'm there to bring everybody up. It was very late at night, and so it didn't help the situation, and I got heated as well, and I apologize for all that. There are things I'm at fault with. The fundamental, the root cause of the situation to happen, I disagree with completely. I said that before. Completely disagree with being demoted, or the reason to be demoted. I'm okay with being demoted, and I've accepted it. But at a certain point with this unit, whether you know the person or not for a long time, what comes down to it is the internet rank. Oh, you are my officer, you are my captain, whatever the hell rank, and it's rank. I mean, honestly, in a lot of cases, it's not just with me. It comes down to rank first and then family second. And that's fine if they want to do. The 501st has drifted into that for a long time now, and I've had multiple resentments with the 501st. We can get into that, but again, in a nutshell, I get permanently banned. I am then unbanned, demoted down to CT Forensic, or Veteran Trooper Forensic, and I can still stream. I can still, if I would have to ask the platoon leaders and all that again if I'm able to get on their server, and they'll either stick me in a squad and I'm stuck there for the whole operation, or I go back to normal, but I'm just wearing different armor, which is fine. So with that being all said, I am taking a hiatus from the 501st. I have already placed down my leave of absence. I have no return date. I am, in essence, right now, for the foreseeable future, done with the 501st. That doesn't mean I'm leaving the unit. I'm just taking a break. It's going to be a long break, just to take a step back, reevaluate my position with the 501st, and just back off. All right, so that's the dangerous part, the opinions part, the part that might get me banned for misinformation. I really hope that's not the case, but I am here simply just stating my opinion. All right, so what I touched on, I'm going to start with this CT stuff, okay? I know I've said this a lot, but I'm the fourth oldest member in the 501st. I have been there since day 14. And on top of that, I regularly say as well, I am the most honest person in the 501st because I am stupid enough to document literally every single moment, or almost every single moment of my time on server. And the amount of people over the years that have siphoned through my streams, picking off any little thing that they can possibly use against me. Oh, Sorensic didn't make this call out. Oh, he didn't do this properly. He has one extra magazine. Oh, he made this joke about the 501st. Oh, he did this thing about the 501st. Look at his stream title. There are countless of people within the 501st who do that. And again, I love the 501st. I love the people in the 501st. I try my best to make the best experience, the most memorable experience for the recruit that I bring to the unit. I love that. I love that. And when I'm Zeusing, I always try to make sure that the people are having fun. I don't Zeus often. Going back to me being in the unit since day 14, I have Zeus countless of times. I have been in more operations than anybody in the unit. I go to every single official operation ever since Cowards campaign, not including the FTXs. And for most of Cowards campaign, I was basically in charge of Avalanche, making their plans, writing up the op words and all that stuff. And I have put so much work into the unit, and I see a lot of people as family. I know there's some people in there in the unit that I hang out more with than others, and I just don't have the same amount of time, especially now since I have my own great successful unit, my Halo unit. I unfortunately just don't have enough time to go off and just do a whole day of fun ops, or just go to all the FTXs and all that stuff. And I do apologize for that, but you know, you play a game for so long, you kind of just have to move on, right? You burn out. And I've never taken an LOA before this one. Never. The only LOA I took was when I still took my computer out of town, and I was still on TeamSpeak, and I was still working and editing on things because I had to. But I have literally never taken an LOA, a legitimate LOA from the unit, ever, since 2017. I am always on the TeamSpeak and all that, and a part of it is because of the job, and the reason why I keep going back is because I love the community there for the most part. So even though I had no previous DAs about, like, I've never been temp banned, I've never been demoted in the past. Have I had conversations? Yes, but they are in arguments and all that stuff. They are few and far between. I learned from every single one of them, especially with the early days of streaming. And so now this one time where, you know, I stand up to the person and everything, and it was a very public thing, unfortunately, but I wanted to hold by my principles and not allow them to dictate whether I can and cannot stream, and so I kept it rolling, and I was demoted for it. The first DA in like serious DA, I guess, in ever. I don't know, there's one for a Discord thing, but that was me pinging people on some power hungry. Oh, that's mean. He reprimanded me and all that stuff, but whatever. Getting back on track, being CT is okay. It's going to give me the freedom to just diversify. I don't feel so committed to the 501st. I can, hell, maybe there's a possibility of me going into the 212th and trying that route, the 101st, 91st, different units, hell, maybe even go out of GARC. Or since I know I can make, with the help of my amazing friends, I know I can make a successful unit. I have the largest Halo unit in all of Arma 3. And it's extremely active, and people are having the best of both worlds with seriousness, community, and family, and being effective and efficient on the field. I have learned so much from the mistakes that the 501st had the luxury of making, because they're so large. They were able to make mistakes that units don't even have the opportunity to make. And I'm funneling all that into the first MU, and I hell, maybe down the line I could have some type of pub, a star sim where all you guys can just come on in. If you want to be a squad leader, just come on in and take the slot. It'll be something like that TSB group or that Ricadian XX group for Remy's group and all that, and obviously expectations for quality of efficiency and effectiveness and all that's going to be dialed down, but it's going to be more focused on good old casual Star Wars fun, because there's no way in hell I can have another serious run too serious ish armor groups. So it'd be more of like a potluck type of thing. That's a possibility. Why? Because I feel more open to all of this. I'm just a CT. Well, I don't know any better. I'm just a trooper. And then the second one that I want to talk about is the rank before family. Dive deeper into that. A thing that happened, the 501st grew into like a culture that just takes itself in a lot of ways far too serious. And it's a luxury because, and this steps into another point of mine, but they have the luxury of knowing that if someone doesn't like it and they're not committed to something like that, there's someone right around the corner ready to take that person's place. And so they have the luxury of elevating their standards and quality and all that things, which is good. It obviously works, right? They're geniuses in that unit. But I feel people take it too far and they lose sight of what's important. And that's it. It's the people. Because at the end of the day, like, let's just take it back to the first MU. The person who respects the rank that I have in that unit, it is a choice. They don't have to do it. It's a choice. And why do they make that choice? It's because we have a two-way street of respect between each other. Okay? And I will go out of my way to help that person out. But it's been an oasis over there. And a lot of that, it comes down to just communication, being there for each other, having that family mentality, not taking anything too seriously while still striving to be better at whatever task or whatever thing we have to do. And I feel in a lot of ways the 501st has lost that sense of community and family. And honestly, they do put up a good image that they have that. And it's easy to be kept because the message and the narrative can be easily managed. And that leads me to my next point about just the rule of misinformation. And this is the part where I think I might, even making this video, I really hope I don't get banned. I'm literally just stating my opinions. But what screws over people in that unit about telling your opinions and stuff like that is, so an event happens in the 501st. A narrative is constructed in upper leadership. All of upper leadership is informed about it, and we agree with that, whether we actually do agree with that or not. But again, the rank, right? Okay, person of high rank dictates, so this is the narrative. If this person says that the narrative is this, everyone else in upper leadership has to say, okay, yes, sir, that is the narrative, whether it be true or false. And to be fair for the 501st, there has been situations where something has happened, like someone, it just didn't turn out that person was fit for the job, or they had grievances or anything like that, and then a narrative is constructed so that the rest of the unit, the troopers and the sergeants and all of them, don't know any better, and that person leaves the unit in a good light. I've been there for those conversations, and so there is somewhat good when it comes to that, especially for saving the face of an individual who's worked really hard on the 501st to get to that position. So sometimes there is good in this. I have to be fair with that. But a lot of the times, it's a narrative is constructed in upper leadership, and it is then disseminated down to the rest of the unit. And if anyone has, for the most part, if anyone has a contradictory opinion to that, or they don't agree with the narrative and they spread their opinion around, then that is labeled as misinformation. Spreading misinformation is against the rules for the 501st. However, you can label anything misinformation. You can label people's opinions, which they have been doing, as misinformation. They might label my opinion right now, me going out of the narrative that has been established in the 501st many times before, and me talking about this stuff, since I'm not in the loop anymore, but I have been since forever. This might be labeled as misinformation, and I might be banned from the 501st, but I'm still gonna do it. I really hope, and in a way, they would prove my point. If I get banned, they would literally prove my point of me saying my opinion on my own platform and having the freedom of speech to talk about this, and not making it and always having my critiques about it in a constructive way. They still might get me for that. But the thing is, with them, it's okay to have these standards and everything. And going back to my first point, is because they know a trooper is going to be around the corner, ready to replace the one that got the boot or left or didn't meet the standards or anything like that. because they have the mentality, and it's been said multiple times before, one of the biggest mottos, or maybe the motto in the 501st, is everybody is replaceable. I have heard this in conversations. That is the motto. It's been the motto for a long time, and having that is a luxury. The 501st having that, and again, you got to know your worth. I brought 95%, 98% of all the recruits to their doorstep, all the members, right? And I'll say it again, the only reason why they stay there is not because of me. I feel like in a small part, or in parts, it's because of me, because like interactions and stuff like that. But the large part is the people who are already in the 501st making a good environment for the troopers. They make their own communities there, and they have a bond, and that is fantastic. I absolutely love seeing that. But the motto of having everyone is replaceable is a luxury, because not every unit has someone waiting around the corner. They don't have that person behind the corner ready to fill to replace that person. They just don't. And so they have to go out of their way and make sure they, either by lowering their standards or talking to the person, working with the person, training them up and all that stuff. And with that mentality, you lose sight on what is important, which is the community, and which are the individuals in the unit, which are the people who've been there for so long, not only myself, but so long, and worked so damn hard, whether they have the opportunity to continue the work that got them to that high-ranking position, or they continue to do it every day, and maybe they have a slip up here and there, to the trooper who tries his best. But if something goes wrong, they're perfectly fine with cutting that person, because they know that they are replaceable. Just like going back to Coward, when he got the boot, he drew a line in the sand. I'm not going to go into this, but he drew a line in the sand. It was crossed. He left the unit. A narrative was constructed in the 501st. A lot of it was not accurate, and it was packaged and delivered to the rest of the unit, and a lot of people bought it. And there's some aspects in there that are true, and I'm not saying Coward is infallible. He did some things wrong as well, but it was packaged and disseminated to the rest of the unit. It was accepted. A lot of people didn't accept it, but they didn't do anything about it. And then Coward went ahead and told his side of the story, and because he has the right to, and he gets banned for that. Why? Because of misinformation. But it's fine now, because if Coward's gone, we know that there are dozens of other people who will just take his place and fill the gaping hole that was left after after he left in the Galactic campaign and all that stuff. And they've been doing a really good job. I do like season 2 of the Galactic campaign, and good job to them. I very much enjoy it. But the principle is everyone is replaceable. I know I went long on this one, but I just don't like it, because it's all about the community, and it's about the family. It's not about the next person in line and knowing that, oh, it's okay, we can just drop this person because we have another one around the corner. It is a luxury that they have, and they probably won't have that luxury for much longer. And then I'm going to end this with, I'm glad that the average trooper, the average squad leader, team leader, all of them have absolutely no idea about any of this. There's a lot of people I know in leadership that they deal with the bullshit every day. And why? It's so they can continue to facilitate a positive and community-orientated experience for the members below them. And that's why they work hard every day. So that trooper, doesn't matter what rank, so that trooper can have fun, come back the next day and have something to look forward to, continue having the escape, which is the 501st, and just be in their own bubble, whether it be small or large, whatever. They're having fun. The toxicity and selfishness and all that stuff that people show at times is contained and is not experienced throughout the rest of the unit. And I'm not saying that the upper leadership or anything like that has poor or has malice towards the people or have bad intentions. No, but you go astray sometimes. Everyone goes astray sometimes. That doesn't mean that they're bad people. That doesn't mean that they're lost. It just means that they need to get back on track, get down to your roots, maintain, and in ways recover the same level of community and family that it once had. And the reason why I decided to stay in the 501st before YouTube ever even took off. And it takes me back to what I said at the beginning of the video. And in a lot of ways, this shouldn't be the case. You should always try to make positive changes in your life without needing a big event and going out of your way to just make yourself better in life, a better situation in life. But sometimes it takes large events for you to finally make positive changes in your life. Whether those events be negative or bad, you always have to keep it positive. And for me in this case, the mentality originated not in the 501st or what happened that Sunday. It was real life, real relationship stuff and all that. And I got to keep that mentality moving forward in life. And it just mixed in with what happened with the 501st and escalated it. And it is what it is. But no matter what happens, you keep a positive outlook. You make sure it has positive change in your life, and you are that much better the next day than you were before. With that being said, I think I'm gonna end the video. Guys, like the video if you want more of these, because I still want to do the 501st history of the 501st. Like the video, guys. Let me know you want more videos like these. They're not gonna be rants, and I'm so sorry that these are stuff, but this is more of like an update about what happened, because I gotta update you guys and say what I gotta say. You know, the history of the 501st, I would love to go down with that because it's a very unique history, and so that's another IRL video that we can do. But just give me ideas of what topics I should talk about. I have a lot about stuff like armor groups, Zeusing. I have a lot on my mind that I touch on a bit in streams, but I can really go in and voice my opinion on these different topics and what I think is good for an army community, what is not, how to make a good army community, what mistakes you can learn from without experiencing them yourself, I guess, just anything. So let me know in the comments, like the video, share the video if anyone had any questions about what happened, and this is the 501st members, and just share this video. Everyone share this video, and again, just understand what's important. It's especially online, where it's a lot of people's escape. It's about community, and it's about family, and it's about the relationship you create online, and cherishing those as much as possible, and make, just like in real life, make sure the company that you have on the internet is good for you, because you'd be amazed on how much an online community can influence you as a person. Because I have learned and I have grown so much as a person, not only in the armor realm and talking everything, but in real life. The amount of stuff that I have learned from people in the 501st that I can apply on a day-to-day basis to my real life and personal life is astronomical. So some of the best people I've ever met, have been in the 501st, and they're still there today. And I know I keep going off, but yeah, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to see more content. I got some more first MU stuff coming in. If you want to join my unit, which is a Halo unit, but we also have Flavor of the Month. This one, we're still continuing the Nam mod set and all that. Then the link will be down below. Join my Discord if you have any more questions about this, or you want to chat or anything like that. Then send me a DM on Discord, talk in my Discord, and we'll get some stuff going. All right. But I greatly appreciate you guys listening to me. Hopefully this video is not too long, but yeah, love you all. I'll see y'all next time, and have a good one.